On the show, SDP disowns El-Rufai, banishes him from membership of the party for 30 years. Well, I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Majid Jamiu. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. Facts, they say, are sacred, and any attempt to distort the originality could put truth in danger. In Akwa Ibom State, the government has cautioned against renewed incitement and inflammatory media campaigns over the state ownership of 76 oil wells. This caution follows recent remarks allegedly credited to Cross River State officials that the 76 oil wells belong to the estate, prompting the counterclaim. In a statement by the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Uko Udom SAN, the government restated a 2012 Supreme Court judgment which validated that the 76 offshore oil wells belong to Akwa Ibom State and not Cross River State. The commissioner said the state government will continue to uphold the sanctity of judicial pronouncement, promote peace and defend what rightly belongs to its people. All right, BK, let's begin this way. Let's begin the discussion, the conversation this way. Now, try and unpack this for us. What is the dispute, involving Akwa Ibom State and Cross River State and the ownership of 76 offshore oil wells? And also, how many times has the Supreme Court ruled on this matter?
Well, the Supreme Court decisively ruled in the year 2012 on the matter. And as far as we know, the Supreme Court is the final court in our land. And once the Supreme Court has ruled on a matter, you cannot litigate on that matter. Let me read part of what the Supreme Court said at that time. That is Justice Adekeye, Justice of the Supreme Court, says the facts before this court do not support the claim of the plaintiff to being a littoral state. A non-littoral state cannot claim oil wells offshore as it has no maritime boundary. And then Rose Vivo, the Justice of the Supreme Court, as he then was, also said the plaintiff's case crumbles due to the wrong assumption that it is a littoral state. That reasoning is strange and unfortunate. It is wrong. So, and it affirmed the principle of derivation as provided for under Section 162, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. What is going on now is simply people using media platforms to cause disaffection, to misinform the public about a matter that the courts had put to bed. Now, sometimes you win in court, yet you still need a political solution.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because sometimes the political solution is the real clincher, not the judgment. Legally, there is nothing that Cross River State can do. But there are still issues that need to be addressed politically. And what makes sense is for the governors of both states, to lead the way in finding lasting peace. Where some communities are ceded to another state, as we have seen in this case, that has to be addressed. If they don't do that, this matter may degenerate, given the fact that we are seeing a lot of write-ups, a lot of misinformation about a matter already decided, long dusted, done and dusted, as he said. So my appeal is for the governors of
the
two states. Thankfully now, they are both in the APC.
Okay.
Akwa Ibom has been given those oil wells, there's nothing anyone can do about it now, legally speaking. But there is room for political solution. They can sit down and find a way to resolve this decisively.
Oh, okay. I mean, Majid, let's look at this matter, critically. Should a legally settled interstate dispute, be reopened through either dialogue, politics, or even negotiation?
No, because these two states used to be tied together with the same umbilical cord, Akwa Ibom and Cross River. So when the two states were divided, it used to be Cross River. So Akwa Ibom came out of Cross River State. And the International Court of Justice ICJ decision on Bakassi affected the oil status of the two states. And Cross River should just calm down, because in its magnanimity, Akwa Ibom in 2006 offered to be given Cross River 250 million naira every month, ex gratis. I mean, it's showing that, we are both, it's like as a measure of good faith, despite the fact that
they won the case.
Now, also recall that Akwa Ibom too suffered a loss of 86 oil wells to rivers.
Okay.
Yes. Cross River lost 76 to
Akwa Ibom.
Akwa Ibom lost 86
to Rivers State.
Because of this littoral status. And a littoral state is a state that lies
in the boundaries.
In the shore of
another state.
No, in the shore of a river or a lake. That gives you the benefit to tap into what lies offshore.
Do you think the National Boundary Commission should comment on this matter?
It's a case that has already been decided. But they have gone to the Supreme Court 3 times. And now, you see, it was a very technical thing. They went to the court to seek for 2 things. To seek that 24 villages that belongs to Cross Rivers should not be ceded to Akwa Ibom. That was granted.
Okay.
In the same case, they were asking for the 76 oil wells that was ceded to Akwa Ibom to be granted, to be ceded to Rivers. Okay. But the Supreme Court ruled otherwise, because in the ruling by those justices of the Supreme Court, they said those villages were lying in the northern part of Cross River, so they could get those states. But these oil wells were lying in the southern part, which makes them to belong to Akwa Ibom. So I think the VP has also intervened in this matter, and he has said and fortunately or unfortunately, the governor of Cross River is the chairman of the South-South Governors Forum. So he ought to be the one to take the initiative to call for a meeting now, for a truce on this matter.
Well, anyway.
And I believe that a true reason should prevail.
Obviously, this is a very sensitive matter involving 2 states, but just like what you said, a political solution, ought to be brought in.
But sometimes judicial pronouncements are not easy to implement.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've seen cases decided a long time ago, especially land disputes.
Yeah.
Land matters are usually very emotive. People are prepared to die. So you can obtain judgment, and the other side will still feel that they've been wronged one way or another, because it's only the judgment of God that is supreme. People come back from court and feel that justice has not been done.
Exactly.
And sometimes when that happens, you now see a pushback, making it difficult to implement
the judgment.
The judgment. So this is the way it is. Look how long it took to resolve the Emir Ogwandu matter.
Yeah.
You know? So this, I just hope that, look, they shouldn't, they are brothers, they used to be part of one state.
Yeah.
They should stop the mudslinging, you know, and allow peace to reign.
No matter the pressure, they
Yes.
should allow peace to reign. All right, let's move straight to our next conversation. Allegations are capable of eroding public trust, hence the need to check their spread. This is why traders at the Daliko rice market in Mushin local government area of Lagos State called on the federal and state governments to investigate a video circulating on social media alleging the market is a hub for smuggled rice. The traders, who denied any involvement in illegal activities, described the claims as false and a deliberate attempt to tarnish the reputation of the market. In a viral video, an unidentified woman who covered her face with a piece of cloth alleged that some bags of rice were being smuggled into the markets in Ikorodu, Daleko and other parts of Lagos from Cotonou in Benin Republic. Now let's share this story with you.
Traders at the Daliko rice market in Mushin, Lagos are demanding an urgent probe into a viral video that alleges the market is a hub for smuggled rice. The traders made this call at a press conference where they denied any involvement in illegal trade and described the video as a deliberate attempt to tarnish their reputation. In two videos posted online, two females, one with face covering to protect her identity, alleged that one Dende had given an order for foreign rice to be smuggled into the country, stating that Daliko market is the hub for rice smuggling in Lagos. In the other video, a lady with her face showing says the allegation is nothing but blackmail. She accused the Iyaloja of the market of not taking charge and allowing issues that should be addressed by the leaders turn into a social media sensation. However, traders in the market bristle at the allegation and counter-allegations. The Iyalaji of Mushin and Vice President of Nigeria Rice Distributors Association, Ibilola Sholaja, who was mentioned in the video, called on the federal and state governments to intervene and investigate the matter.
We want government to help us develop intelligence from the video, because we are law-abiding people. And Ibrahim Dede have not been carrying rice for anybody. And we have not been seeing his vehicle. Every one of us knew his vehicle. He has not been bringing Cotonou rice to Nigeria, to our market. And there is no way we will now mention his name. Please, I'm begging all the necessary security agents to help us investigate.
Other traders also spoke out on the issue, calling for a probe. The Babaloja of the market, Muftau Adisa, also rejected the allegations. The traders say they fully support local rice production and want the public to disregard the viral video.
It's a false. It's false. For the past 2 months, we have been enjoying the Nigerian rice, which is affordable for now. And I think the government should do more about it to bring down the price a little bit. Concerning the foreign rice, we don't know about it.
They insist that the Dalek...
BQ, accusation, counter-accusations. I mean, talk to us, just unpack this. What are the claims, made in a viral video about Daliko market? And how do you think the leaders of the market responded to the allegations?
I think the leaders of the market have responded appropriately. They didn't just defend themselves. They said, come and investigate these claims. Help us to identify the people who came up with this claim.
Okay.
So that we can get to the root of the matter. If it's merely a wide claim, then the people who made the claim should be arrested. You see, some of us would want a situation in which people who sit down and lie against other people with the intention of turning the populace against their victims. Okay. They need to be prosecuted. if things continue in this way, honestly, support for criminalizing libel will continue to rise. I see people just shoot videos lying against people, and they expect such people to not do anything. If we've been a victim of barefaced falsehood, the type of falsehood that can deny you sleep for days,
Absolutely.
the type of falsehood that is capable of ruining your marriage, the kind of falsehood that can make people turn against you, that can even put your life in jeopardy. Honestly, you will not open your mouth to say, oh, they should not criminalize libel. No, your freedom ends where somebody else's freedom begins.
True.
So our people are just abusing the internet. They are abusing TikTok. They are abusing the social media platform, saying things that they cannot prove, damaging other people's reputation. I was reading about some guys who were arrested for accusing Mohbad's wife of killing the husband. How do you say such a thing without proof?
Without proof.
Just like that misguided fellow who claimed that Fashola wrote a judgment. Fashola got so busy that he became completely grey. And that was why he said, I don't want to work again, let me even rest. So that your children can enjoy you a lot more. The work we do denies our children access to us as much as they would want. So during that time, Fashola had the time to go and write a judgment. And the cowards, after he wrote all of that, he ran away. A lot of them sit abroad, throwing stones at their country, lying against people. The kind of lies that can make heavens fall, and you don't expect repercussion. No. If we continue along this line, honestly, states that on their part they will want to decriminalize libel, they will have a rethink. Exactly. They will have a rethink because they are ruining people's lives. True. Just sit down, lie against people because there is freedom. Can they do it during the military? And that was what the point I was making during June 12. When some people claim that there is no freedom, people are being stopped from talking. You want people to continue to open their mouth. Look at the boy in Nasarawa State who posted a picture of Asiwaju in a seemingly vegetative state and claimed that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was poisoned and he had died.
Abba.
Come on.
Abba.
So when they arrest such a boy now, you will sit down in the U.S. where you are, saying that say they are not allowing people to talk in Nigeria. The day people haul insults at your own parents, you will not. You will not. You know, your blood will boil. Exactly. You will not tolerate it. True. That people expect Nigerians to take what they cannot take. That is the thing about the hypocrites who hate their country so much and don't even want anything good to happen to our country. But they will fail. Absolutely. Because the country belongs to us. And as long as some of us choose to stay here, whatever it takes, we will do to make our country better.
I mean, Majid, I need you to weigh in on this matter.
It's unfortunate that people just bring up some careless allegations, probably because out of envy or so, because I see it as out of envy. Yes,
maybe they are targeting the yellow judge.
That woman, Ibilola Solaja, I've known her for more than 15 years. She has a rice processing mill in Ekiti. She's one of the biggest suppliers of paddy rice to Imota rice mill in Ikorodu. You can fact check all of this. Her trade name is Jumla Rice. So she has been in rice business for God knows when, to the extent that she is one of those promoting locally grown and produced rice. For someone to have a rice processing mill, is he going to be bringing imported rice to go and mill there? He is one of the biggest suppliers of paddy rice to Imota. He brings rice from Katsina, from Samfara, from all those places. You can't, I mean, you come and say she's...
another rice mill.
Yes, another rice mill.
Now they are now calling for investigation.
Now, you see, my point is when things like this happen, because I'm also in a related business, rice cannot just drop into Daliko market.
Okay.
This rice comes in trailer loads. It comes through the borders, our very porous borders. And you can't use bike to transport
No, not at all.
rice. I've been to Igan Koto in Mashayi, Owode, Ayetoro, along the borderline. You need to see what happens in those places. Our customs officers look the other way. This rice, they find their way into the market.
But they are seizing a lot of.
Of course, they are seizing quite a lot. They are seizing quite a lot. But
if
still,
you go to the customs warehouse in Abeokuta, the warehouse is full of rice.
Even in Ikeja.
Our people are stubborn. That's the thing. And no matter how some of them will manage to bring some in,
into the market,
they are catching them. They are losing money, but they are not prepared to stop.
So the customs and our border patrol officers,
they still have a lot of work
should
to
do more.
Yes.
Because how did these things find their way into the market in the first?
True.
So those are the issues, and they should stop like that one covering our face. I don't think
if you are saying the truth,
let
us see your face.
Exactly.
Let us see your face. All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. This time, let's talk politics. 1 + 1 may not always be 2, as what is construed as an asset may be viewed as liability based on circumstances. The National Working Committee, NWC, of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, has expelled a former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, from the party. SDP. The party said El-Rufai is ineligible to associate with the party in any capacity for the next 30 years. A statement by the party's National Publicity Secretary, Rufus Ayenigba, said the party's NWC reached the decision following thorough investigation into El-Rufai's controversial claims of membership and his alleged backdoor political activities. El-Rufai was accused of manipulating internal processes and attempting to destabilize the party through unconstitutional actions and deceptive political maneuvers. Okay, VK, it's a straightforward question. Was Malam Nasir El-Rufai ever formally registered or active in the SDP?
Or active?
Yes.
At this stage, it's difficult for me. I know that he got into the SDP.
The SDP.
They negotiated at the national level.
Okay.
It took a while before he announced. He had been hobnobbing with them for some time before it was announced. You don't come into a party without some understanding. So I guess that he got into the party at the national level.
Okay.
We had suspected that he would join the party because they were seeing him breaking fast with Shehu Gabam.
Yes.
The chairman of the party was suspended. Now, there are two things, because it's difficult to even know how Malam is thinking at this time. And quite uncharacteristic of him, since this thing happened, we've not had these people say, okay, this is our position. Yes, maybe they just think this is impotent grandstanding by some people within the SDP. But one thing is clear. Even immediately after he joined the party, I came here and I said that some people within the party were already feeling threatened that, some people have come
to hijack the party.
Yes, to supplant us in a party that we've done our best to hold together.
Okay.
And I saw some interviews, even Adebayo, their former
presidential candidate.
yes,
presidential candidate.
Yes, the one who said that you don't need a coalition
to defeat the
okay, go and defeat him without coalition and let us see. Because he's a weak politician. He's president. It's so easy. So one party can just come and so let's even leave that one. Yes, because it can be something to discuss for a whole hour. They had been complaining that some people have come, they want to take our party, and we saw that pushback. We knew that there would be resistance. In a party where there are people of different tendencies, you can expect this kind of thing. And already Shehu Gabam there was some people within the NWC of the party rose in a wave against Shehu Gabam. We all know Shehu Gabam is close to El-Rufai.
Okay.
El-Rufai was visiting him,
yes,
doing iftar.
I think during the fast, yes.
So now if Shehu Gabam, you want to think that this is something that had been planned. You suspend Shehu Gabam, you accuse him of fraud and all that. And his friend, you move against his friend. It will seem that,
there's
that the tendency that has gained ascendancy within the party is now trying to asphyxiate some of the people who have come in with the desire to hold sway. I don't know whether Nasiru is currently a card-carrying member, because people claim that they join party, but you won't see evidence.
From their ward level and all that.
And you see people say, no, they've not joined us. Just like Ireti Kingibe, now people are saying, no, that she has not officially joined. But she announced that she had joined.
Yes.
Do you join a party simply by opening your mouth to say it?
Yeah, we saw something like that in River State as
yes,
well.
When people said, oh, these people have joined the APC. But they were wise enough to not go to their wards to officially join. And we were telling them that, look, the law does not thrive on emotions.
Absolutely.
But they will not listen until the court rule that, look, the way these are the ways, these are the procedures to join a party. Now, after that judgment, they button up their lips. People who are going from news TV station to news TV station to quote the law that was not there. You see it now. People who are apostles of the claim that recommendation is the same thing as an order. If I told my dad, an English teacher, since around 1970,
that a recommendation,
he will slap me. That recommendation is the same thing as order. Honestly, I will have shown to him that the education that he gave me is meaningless. But this is what you see in this age. Elderly people with a white beard everywhere coming to TV stations to lie and claiming that they are lawyers. This is what we face. The law is the law. This is the way to join a party.
And they know the law.
They know the law, but some of them come, they will come and just be deceiving Nigerians because they know that our people too, they don't ask pertinent questions. We must raise a generation of Nigerians that ask pertinent questions. You don't come, and many journalists too are like that. You just allow somebody comes to you, the question that you are supposed to ask him, maybe because you are compromised, you refuse to ask. You allow him have a field day. Otherwise, if a lawyer comes to me to make such claims and I'm sitting, I'm asking questions, I will expose to Nigerians the fact that he's an incompetent lawyer. I'm not boasting, it is what I will do. So, coming back to this matter, we don't know whether Nasiru actually registered because Angwan-Seriki is where he votes in Kaduna. Did he go there to register
as a member of the
SDP in the ward? If you don't do that, the people who want to get rid of you, they can exploit that situation. So this is what we are seeing.
All right, then. We'll continue with this conversation right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Still Journalist Hangout.
Happy birthday to a quintessential gentleman, leader and mentor, Senator Dr. Michael Okpeyemi Bamidele, CON, leader of the 10th Senate, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your mentorship, guidance, leadership and support over the years have been inspiring, life-changing and invaluable to us all. As you mark your 62nd birthday today, we pray to God Almighty to continually uphold you and your family, bless you with more wisdom to keep impacting humanity. Happy birthday and many more glorious years in good health, wealth, God's favor, peace and prosperity of the Lord. Announcer, Special Committee of Friends.
Tired of losing on sport bets, so How do I improve my luck? Oh, look, you don't need any luck with N1 Bet Casino. With N1 Bet, you get triple luck.
You know feel lose anyway. N1 Bet's not the way. You get 20% cash back when you're betting no enter. You go get 100% of your first 3 deposits. And each deposit fee be your chance to win 500k jackpot.
Play games and win with N1 Bet Casino.
For over
All right, still journalist Hangout if you just joined us. I still have BK right here and Majid Jamiu. So, Majid, still talking about Malam Nasser El-Rufai and the SDP. What procedural requirements did Malam Nasser El-Rufai violate or allegedly violate according to the SDP?
Well, if we need to put it in the proper perspective, Rufus Ayenigba was on a TVC program. I think FCT Daily.
Was on breakfast show.
On breakfast show, FCT Daily. And what he said, on Friday, June 25, El-Rufai sponsored a group to write to INEC on behalf of SDP, convening the NWC meeting of SDP.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Is he the secretary of the party?
Exactly.
Ayenigba said it this morning. He said on June 25, and they said they confronted El-Rufai and they confessed that, yes, they had had some discussions. And they told him he should desist from doing such. Meanwhile, what he planned to do, according to Ayenigba, is to take SDP as a party to the ADC. He told them that he is the national working, the Northwest coordinator of the ADC. And they now asked him, are you in ADC or SDP? And he said, yes, he's working in the SDP towards moving the SDP into the ADC. Recall that he's been hobnobbing with the SDP for some time. So Ayenigba put it in the right perspective this morning on Breakfast Show, because I listened and I've watched that tape several times. So, but what I do not agree with is I want to plead with them to reduce that 30 years.
But placing a ban on 30 years.
See,
for someone who is not a member of the party.
No, wait. They say that he should not be able to join in 30 years. Now, El-Rufai is in his 60s. Do you expect that when he's like 95 years, he will still be struggling to join your party? Come on, this is ridiculous.
But does that not go against his freedom of association?
No.
That's not what you can stop people from joining the party. I've seen it done. Yes,
now.
Forget all those who say, oh, a political party is like a church.
Free entry
they will not stop people. No.
Really?
In Abia State, Theodore Oji, Ochendo Global, alias Ochendo Global, stopped Oji Kalu from joining the PDP. After he left the PDP and tried to come back, he stopped him from the what? He was not registered. So I tell them, you can stop people from joining your party. Don't give us this thing that everybody, that a political parties are not commerce affair. It's not. If you don't want somebody to join a party, you can stop him.
It's even playing out in Osun today.
They did it.
They are stopping Adeleke from joining.
They did it even in Borno State. Kashim Shettima was governor. Ali Modu Sheriff wanted to come back. Of course, they stopped him because at his ward level, they refused to allow him to come in.
So it has nothing to do with freedom of association.
No.
The party decides
if I start a group, you can't force yourself into my group. They reserve the right, since the law states how you can join a party. If you are denied that access through that word, you cannot join the party. You can't.
Look at what Atiku did. When Atiku resigned from the PDP, he didn't write to the chairman of the PDP in Abuja. He wrote to the chairman of his ward. So everything
when you are
starts,
quitting the party, you do that. When you are joining,
you join from the ward. So El-Rufai was trying to be clever by half. I mean, it's always been like that.
No, don't say it's always been like that.
He wanted to come from the top.
No, you
so
see,
it started with
Gabam. At the time when he was received the fanfare, none of us knew it would be like this.
Turn it to this.
But they suspect that, these people want to hijack our party.
You have to join the party from the world level, even if they give you all the accolades at the national level.
That's
you
the
must
right
come
thing
in.
And that is what we do not know now whether he actually joined from that.
According to Ayenigba.
What some people are saying is that, okay, perhaps the people at that world level,
yes,
many of them are not happy. So the pushback is coming from that end.
Oh, okay.
We don't know. You see, sometimes I like to wait a little bit so that more facts will be...
Time is a gentleman.
More facts will be unraveled so that we'll know. Because if tomorrow now...
But they should please...
If tomorrow he brings his registration,
from the
what
world.
will I say?
Exactly.
They will say, hey, Ajide was talking in finality here. So I don't know. I know it's a battle for control of the party. It looks now that, like, the people who have taken control of the party, they don't even want to have anything to do with ADC.
Yeah.
First and foremost. They want their party to remain.
Okay.
And their presidential candidate once said that the party can defeat Asiwaju without coalition. So you can see how they are thinking. So if an El-Rufai comes trying to push them into a coalition that they don't want, since they are the ones in charge now, they are going to frustrate that move.
And they are they're already running into a problem, even with ADC, and they are also looking at the fallback position of ADA, because they are already having some problems with ADC.
ADC, okay. I mean, could this ban be a warning, or this decision be a warning?
No, there is a case. There is a court case. You know, they succeeded in having some... how do I call it? Withdrawing some cases.
Out of court settlement.
Yeah. But there is a particular case that they probably forgot.
What case is it?
No, there are multiple cases tied to the existence of the platform ADC. So when they were trying to bring in these people, you know, they got NWC members to resign, this and that, and they also got people to withdraw cases.
Yeah.
Okay. But there was a case that maybe it eluded them or something.
I think
that case is still on.
It's by, I heard that it's from Ibe Kashuku.
All right, now to round up this conversation, your parting thoughts on this matter.
Yes, SDP should be firm, but then 30 years for El-Rufai not to participate through SDP, I think is a bit too...
It's a bit too excessive.
Too excessive. They should...
All right,
they should reduce it.
All right, then. It's a fine place for us to leave it. Let's move straight. Let's talk sports now. Now, one thing about victory is that it is capable of eliciting joyous reactions from those sharing in the moment. President Bola Tinubu exhibited this when he showered largesse on the victorious Super Falcons players at the presidential reception in honor of the team. Many Nigerians viewed the monetary reward as too much, but the presidency has defended the national honors and $100,000 cash rewards given by President Tinubu to each player of the Super Falcons after the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON victory. Presidential spokesperson Bayo Onanuga on his verified X account slammed critics who argued that the rewards were either too much or not enough, questioning their sense of value. He compared the presidential gesture to the 150 million naira grand prize awarded to the winner of the Big Brother Nigeria reality show. He said President Tinubu rewarded excellence, creativity, hard work, soccer, artistry, and the undying Nigerian spirit. Meanwhile, the celebrations by the team continued into the night as some celebrities entertained the team. Now let's share some of those moments with you. All right, let's talk this matter. Now, joining us from our Abuja studio for more discussion on this is the chairman of Kogi State Football Association, Hassan Wada. Hassan Wada, thank you so much for joining us on Journalist Hangout.
Thank you for having me at the time of celebrations. Thank you so much.
All right, let's talk about this matter because I've seen lots of comments about the reward given to the Super Falcons. 150 million naira each. You know, if you cumulatively, it's up to more than $1 billion. Do you think it is too much or too excessive? Your thoughts on this?
Well, to start with, I would like to commend Mr. President and the First Lady of our nation for providing such wonderful remunerations for the Super Falcons. You know, we in the sports sector were shocked because we never anticipated that such remunerations would be given to our victorious Super Falcons for pulling off a miraculous result in Morocco. A big commendation to Mr. President and the First Lady. When looking at the figures, a lot of people have made a lot of commentaries in respect of the amount. In my humble opinion, I think the Falcons were adequately compensated. It's not easy to win a continental championship 10 times. In Europe, Germany has the most number of wins. They've won it 8 times. For Nigeria to win it 10 times in Africa, I think Nigerians should be very proud of the victorious Falcons. Let's play less emphasis on their remunerations. We must also understand that there's no equal pay in women's football. Women footballers don't earn good pay. You'll be shocked to find out that on the national team, we have players that are earning as little as $30,000 annually, despite the fact they are playing outside the shores of our country. So whenever they emerge victorious, it's a duty for the country to ensure that they are remunerated adequately. I would like to also take us down memory lane. They won in 2016 and they won in 2018. What did they get from Nigeria? They got the presidential handshake and the national honors. They came second in the edition prior to this one. They were not even hosted at the presidential villa. No one even recognized the fact that they went that far in the tournament. The Super Eagles came second in Ivory Coast. They were given choice pieces of land in Abuja, and they were also given 3-bedroom apartments in Abuja. Now here we are complaining that a team that has won a tournament for the 10th time, they're giving them $100,000 and also an apartment in Abuja. Here we are complaining. I'm sure if it were the men who won the Nations Cup and they are giving them such remunerations, Nigerians won't complain. Nigerians will celebrate. So I want Nigerians to set aside the emotions tied to the amounts given to them. Let us celebrate this thing. On Saturday, when we were down 2-0, it wasn't just Nigerians who were down. The whole African continent, except maybe for the Moroccans, were not happy. But when the Falcons came up and pulled off a miraculous victory, Nigerians were celebrating them. I was at the airport yesterday to receive them, and I could see joy in the faces of Nigerians. So I think we should pay less emphasis on their remunerations.
Hassan, this is your sport. Was there any time in the course of that game that you thought this was not going to be our day?
Well, I would like to commend the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Alhaji Ibrahim Gusau. Also commend the chairman of the Nigerian Sports Commission, Mr. Shehu Diko, for the support he has been giving to the Nigerian Football Federation. You know what has gotten the team this far is continuity. The current coach of the Falcons, Coach Madugu, was assistant.
Did you hear my question?
Yes, I did. I'm getting to the answer. I did. I got it. So the current coach of the Falcons, Madugu, was assistant coach to the American coach Waldrom.
Wow.
When Waldrom left Nigeria, the NFF, in their wisdom, retained Madugu. Madugu already had experience with the Falcons by virtue of the fact that they went out in the semifinals under the American coach. So coming to the finals against Morocco, the coach knew what to expect. He understood that the environment would be highly tense. They had 68,000 fans in that stadium.
Wow.
When we went down 2-0, if you look at the goals we conceded, it's not as if the Moroccans broke us down completely. They were just nervous mistakes by our defenders that led to us conceding cheap goals. So it was expected that in the second half, with the necessary adjustments and the personnel, it was expected that the Falcons would come back. I would say I wasn't surprised that they came back. This team is battle-hardened. Like I said, they've been together for 6 years. So they know what is expected of them. Also remember that at the last World Cup, this same team took the eventual finalist England to penalty shootout in the semi-finals, meaning that in the second round, meaning that if Nigeria had beaten England in the second round, who knows, we would have made it to the finals of the Women's World Cup. So I wasn't surprised that they won, but I'm happy that they won in a dramatic fashion. That way, it reinforced our dominance on the African continent.
Okay, Majid, you want to?
Yeah, the president said he almost didn't watch the game. And at a point, the First Lady too stopped the dinner she was preparing for him. I mean, to show how excited he was. I mean, so when we won that, when our ladies won, what was your reaction at that moment? Because even an ambitious and overzealous journalist already wrote a story and posted that we had lost. I mean, so how do you react? What was your reaction immediately? I mean, we won that match after the three. I mean, when our guys scored the third goal.
Well, I'm not surprised that the president was tensed. The First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has taken full ownership of the Super Falcons. Throughout the course of the tournament, she was directly in touch with them. She spoke to them on several occasions. And even at halftime, when the team was down by 2 goals, she called in to encourage them, making them understand that they can achieve the task of defeating Morocco in the second half. So for me, as at halftime, yes, it's expected. You know, we're playing Morocco in Morocco. For those who have had the experience of playing away, following the national team to play away matches in the Arabic territories, the not African territories, they know how hostile they can be. You also remember what transpired with our team in Libya. So their fans they're not welcoming to visiting teams. So yes, it was expected that Nigerians will be tensed. But like I said, if you study the trajectory of this team, this is a well-grilled team. This is a well-oiled team. They are battle-hardened. Most of them have played together for almost 6 years. So there's no task within the African continent that they can't overcome. So for me, yes, it was tense, but it was expected that they would win the trophy.
Now, for persons or people saying that the cash reward was excessive, I mean, the Falcons, they won this trophy for the 10th time. How best do you think they should have been rewarded? For people saying that, no, it's too much.
Well, you must understand that national team athletes are not pensionable. I've seen comparisons to civil servants, comparisons to the Nigerian military and all of that. We must understand that the civil servants signed a contract to get into the civil service, and their contract ties them to a remuneration and ties them also to a pension once they're done with serving the country. But our national team athletes don't have that luxury. That's why you see after their careers, when most of them fall by the wayside, they're left on their own to struggle. We've seen cases in recent times of many of them who can't even foot their medical bills. So for me, I think whenever they win, it is the duty of the country to celebrate them adequately. You know, like I also mentioned at the start on, women's game is a poorly remunerated game. Some of those players, okay, what will you say about the home-based players who are on the national team? They are barely earning 200,000, 300,000 naira monthly in the local league. If this is the opportunity for them to earn a hefty package, thanks to the magnanimity of the president and the First Lady, I think we should celebrate them. We shouldn't emphasize too much on the pay. Let's focus on the victory, which is what Nigerians are celebrating at the moment.
Quickly, what lessons can the men's team take from this? Because football illiterates, or some years back, we are even finding it difficult to secure draws from them. What lessons can the male team?
Well, fortunately, most of our players are on social media, Instagram and Facebook. They are already monitoring the tons Nigerians are sending at them that, you know what, we are about to abandon the men's team and focus on the women's team. But I think it will be a challenge. The last AFCON, we got to the finals. We lost in the finals. Let's say fate of luck also. But I think the team is ready. The team is battle-hardened. And I know that the Falcons' victory is a challenge to them. The captain of the team, Trust Ekong, and his boys, he will rally his boys to ensure that we do very well in the next Nations Cup. And once they do very well, I know they will be anticipating that they will also be remunerated adequately. So I want us to keep faith and keep hope.
Okay,
the men's national team will succeed.
Thank you very much, Hassan Wada. Hassan Wada is the chairman, Kogi State Football Association. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Man, thank you so much. I always feel honored to be on your show. Thank you so much.
All right, then. All right, gentlemen, he has said it all. I mean, he has said it all. He can.
The men should sit up.
Yeah, they should.
About ordinary countries like Benin Republic, we can't beat them.
We can't beat them. They'll be playing draw.
Cape Verde. You know, anybody now can, even Mozambique, all those small countries. Just not.
All right.
There are no small countries again.
But anyway, it's a fine.
No, it's because we are not strong enough. We're not strong. Why should we be finding the way to beat such teams?
All right, then. I just hope that they learn something from this one. But Majid Jami, thank you so much for coming on the show. Appreciate you. BQ, as always, thank you so much.
Thanks.
And that's it on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangouts on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.
Hello, fellow Nigerians. I'm Lanre Saunilu, the Director General of the National Orientation Agency. A relatively short history since independence, remarkable achievements have unfolded. However, we can only acknowledge these successes if we choose to focus on the positive. Remember, you cannot see the light if you keep your eyes closed. Great things are happening to many Nigerians. Our country is a land of opportunities for those who are positive. At the National Orientation Agency, we are committed to highlighting the many uplifting stories under the Renewed Hope agenda. We invite you to listen to the testimonies of fellow Nigerians who are experiencing the positive impact of government initiatives and Nigerian environment. Nigeria is thriving for millions in extraordinary ways, but it requires a mindset of optimism and a heartfelt love for our country to truly appreciate this progress. Join us on this journey of growth. Our cup is half full, not half empty. Embrace positivity and be a proud Nigerian. I am a proud Nigerian.
My name is Usman Mohammed Dodo from Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources. I am one of the beneficiaries from the Federal Mortgage Bank. So I really appreciate because I was benefited almost 500,000 from Federal Mortgage Bank to renovate my house. So I renovate a lot of things inside of my house and I really appreciate it. And the another things that I want to say quickly is that I need Federal Mortgage Bank to give this kind of loans to another people because a lot of people, they need this kind of loan because if the federal government has given them, it will really help them because they will go to do a lot of things. Because here in Yobe State, we need that kind of loan so that we can have some of our houses or we renovate some of our houses. So I really appreciate, really appreciate. So the last thing that I am going to say quickly is that I'm going to say Nigerian has happened to me. My hope is renewed. Thanks so much. I'm very grateful.
Sunana Muhammad Kolomi daga garin Damaturu. Ana Waziri Ibrahim. So ina aiki a SBF. Da kuma gwamnati ta ban federal government, federal mortgage bank ta ban kudi 500,000. Na zo na gyara gidana, na ji daɗi, na rufe kwanon gidana. Ina ciki. Na gode kyautan abunan Tinubu. Na gode a Federal Mortgage Bank, na gode a Tinubu. Kamar gini ne. Dama na yi gini na je Linta, na zo na siya su kwano da abuna da filasta da su kofofi na sa. Shine abin da abun yi mu. Dama abun tallafi ne a taimaka civil servant saboda ya ji daɗi saboda wannan gyaran gidan da kudin dama. Na gode mar bisa taimakon da ya mun a kudin duk da ana cirewa amma na gode mar sosai ya mun amfani.
Powered by National Orientation Agency.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Thank you for joining us on the program, everyone. Tonight, we sit down with Nigeria's Minister of Youth Development, Comrade Ayodele Olawande, who has pledged to refashion Nigeria's youth agenda under President Tinubu's renewed Hope administration. He was appointed in October last year in a cabinet reshuffle that saw him advance from Minister of State to the substantive